area. He goes in lane 7 and is one of the standout names from this first heat. Also in there is Curtis Mitchell from the USA. He goes in lane 2. But yeah, Usain Bolt should be a walk-in, well, you could say a walk-in Gorky Park, couldn't you, for him? But he qualified for the semi-finals later on today, 1940 local time, 1740 Central European. Curtis Mitchell, lane 2. Sadio Ndoure, second from the outside in lane 7. Mitchell, Kanjuka, Makwala, Schmelik, Sakanas from Greece, Sadio Ndoure and Greo from Trinidad and Tobago in the red on the left of your screen. First 3 through to the semi-final automatically. This time they're away. Let's keep an eye on lane 2. Curtis Mitchell. Sadio Ndoure already out of the blocks well and running a tight bend. Here comes Mitchell on lane 3. Mitchell in the red vest of the USA going well. Also going well is Schmelik, and also coming through here Sadio Ndoure. Mitchell will win. Sadio Ndoure 20:37 the winning time into a slight headwind. And that was an impressive opening run there from Curtis Mitchell. And the main names that we identified ahead of the race delivering no. Winning in 20:37, followed by Sadio Ndoure, who finished second very, very comfortably to qualify for the semi-final.
Joshua Ross of Australia goes on the inside, a semi-finalist. Quinones of Ecuador, Jobodwana of South Africa and Lahata of Lesotho. So Jobodwana, who completed the sprint double, the 100 and 200 meters at the recent Universiade in Kazan. There is Chirandi Martina, 19.85, his fastest ever time. It's a quality back second heat here. 3 Olympic finalists from London last year, and Jobodwana, who's moved up a grade in 2013, is really flying. Quinones, an Olympic finalist on his inside. He's battling but coming back at them now. But here is Jobodwana, and Jobodwana's going to take this. Martina coming through for second spot. And also there, Lahata of Lesotho. Good run from him. But Anaso Jobodwana, who won initially that 100 meters title at the Universiade before going on to add the
2017 quicker on that first heat.
Yes, a son of the Eastern Cape of South Africa, but now studying over in the United States. South African athletics, sadly, in all sorts of problems at home in terms of the administration. Perhaps Jobodwana is well out of it. He would appear to be, because his sprinting has moved up to another level in 2013.
So 2 heats down, 5 more to come. And talking of relays as we were there, we've got the 4x4 100 meters relay heats coming up. That'll be the last action on the track before the end of this morning's session.
Well, Anaso Jobodwana, the winner.
Just in time for the 3rd heat of 7, men's 200 meters. Jimmy Vico from France in lane 3. Warren Weir there in 6. And De Barros from Brazil in lane 7. Among the big names. First 3, remember, qualified by right. And away they go in this 3rd heat. Jimmy Vico, 3rd from the right in the blue there of France. Warren Weir, the Jamaican number 2 there in the yellow vest of Jamaica. Also going well is Hortelano from Spain. But it's actually Jimmy Vico who's taking this out in lane 3. Here comes Warren Weir. Comfortable qualification for these through. Weir's going to win. Maybe Hortolano coming through in second place, just ahead of Vico in third. But these three very, very comfortably clear of the field. 20:34 the winning time. And that is the second fastest of the three so far, but the time's really
defy him in any way to talking anything other than in realistic
miles. It's the third fastest in the world this year. But also very impressive in that heat was the man in second place there, the Spaniard Bruno Hortolano, a new national record.
Hortolano.
Yes, Bruno Hortolano there, a student of College of Arts and Sciences at Cornell University in the United States. So not only a very fine sprinter, but a very well-educated young man as well. Cornell University. So from the inside, in lane one, the Russian Kut. Taibakabi of Togo is in 2. De Oliveira of Sweden, the former Brazilian, is in 3. Da Silva Jr., the current Brazilian, semi-finalist in the Olympic Games, is in 4. Ashmead, Jamaica, in 5. Coffey, Ivory Coast, in 6. Adams and Kitson Nevis in 7. And Edward of Panama in lane 8. In fact, Coffey there is missing, so the athlete from the Ivory Coast has not made it to the start line. Well, there's a false start, a second firing of the pistol, and we've seen 1 or 2 yellow cards this morning, the odd green one as well. Are we going? Brazil gets a yellow card, 1 warning. So from the inside, Kut, Taibakabi, De Oliveira, Da Silva, Ashmead, Adams and Edward. This time they do go. Adams away sprightly, as indeed is Ashmead, as you would expect. Coming off the bend, Mikael Ashmead clearly running well within himself. Da Silva Jr. and also on the outside Alonso Edward. It's Edward who's going to take this from Ashmead and Adams. They are the first 3. 20.46. Mikael Ashmead, I reckon, running hard for about 60 or 70 metres there. First round of the men's 200 metres to wrap up.
Yes, and there's the lineup for Heat 5. Wallace Spearman goes in lane 4. Lugalin Santos, bronze medalist already in the 100 metres here. He goes in lane 3. Another Jamaican, Jason Livermore, in 2. So the lineup in full. Courtney Williams in 1. Livermore, Jamaica, 2. Santos, Dominican Republic, 3. Spearman goes in 4. Xie, China, 5. Zalewski, Poland, 6. James Ellington from Great Britain, second from left, goes in 7. Palacios, Honduras, goes in lane 8. The first 3 through automatically to the semi-final. And away they go. Wallace Spearman, great competitor in World Championships. James Ellington's had a good run here, but also going well is Jason Livermore, second from the inside. Jason Livermore following in the footsteps of Warren Weir. James Ellington also going well. That's going to be tight for the automatic spots. I think James Ellington just got there. 20:55 the winning time for James Ellington, who's had a great season, the 2-times UK champion, leading them home ahead of Jason Livermore. And the battle for 3rd and 4th, those automatic berths, well, will be interesting to see. Tremendous bend there from James Ellington. Did all his work really there. There were 1 or 2 other people alongside him I don't think were perhaps putting the foot down as much, but Ellington did nothing wrong there at all, and in the end had a little bit to spare. Ellington, winner of that heat, into the semi-finals. That's a good run from the Briton. There is Livermore. He will also go through. He was 3rd in the Jamaican trials. Reduced his personal best, or his season's best, down to 2013 from 2065. No fluke, he said. They're running in fine form. James Ellington. Yes, Mr. Spearman sneaking through into one of the automatic spots by just 1/100th of a second. Look at that. 4 of them within 5 100ths. Here's Spearman now.
Wallace Spearman.
Excuses, I like that. He was quite honest. I got it wrong. Yep.
but I am running out of patience with these references to the early morning. Let's be honest, people at home, it's 11:09 local time in Moscow. Okay, he'll have been up for a couple of hours or so, at least you hope, in terms of his preparation, but that is not early.
In 2 is Zuka of Japan in 3. Ruiz of Spain, the Spanish record holder, or he was until he saw that record broken a little bit earlier, in lane 4. George of Guyana in 5. Young, United States in 6. Jamili, Great Britain in 7. And Ahmed Saeed, Egypt, in lane 8. Well, so let's go through this lineup again, shall we? It is heat 6 of the 200 metres, first round. Torres, Gibraltar in 1. De Monte, Italy in 2. Izuka, Japan in 3. Ruiz of Spain in 4. George, Guyana in 5. Young, United States in 6. Jamili, Great Britain in 7. And Ahmed Saeed on the outside, lane 8 for Egypt. Let's see how Jamili goes through this first 100 metres. He's flown and he's passed already Ahmed Saeed, but on his inside, Isaiah Young will be almost whispering in the ear of Jamili in a moment. Look at Jamili, brilliant run this is, very committed run. He's running away from Isaiah Young. Keep your eyes on the clock, 2030 is lifetime best, 2017. He's run more than a metre faster than he's ever done at the 200 metres. Jamili, that is a superb run from the Briton. Developing all the time as a sprinter, Jamili. Run. So Jamili, I think he'll be targeting something very close to 20 seconds when he gets to the semi-final. And that, of course, could well be good enough to take him through to a final. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but Adam Jamili, that is a lifetime best performance from this man. 20.17, a class apart in that 6th heat. Isaiah Young, United States, 20.70, and Izuka coming through in 3rd. Very encouraging performance indeed from Jamili.
So one more heat to come, heat 7, and that includes the phenomenon that is Usain Bolt there in lane 6, the defending champion, 6 times Olympic champion, and of course new in 1919. The world lead time this year of 1973, one in Paris and Oslo. And without getting too ahead of ourselves, we may well see an assault, if the conditions are right, on that world record come the final, assuming of course that he makes it. The lineup in full: lane 1, Roller from Bahamas, Wilson from Switzerland, Koyabashi from Japan in 3, Delano Williams we saw in lane 4 from Great Britain, Zuma, Slovenia in 5, Bolt goes in 6, Lalonde Gordon from Trinidad and Tobago in 7, and Kiki from Benin goes in lane 8. Final heat, the men's 200 metres. Away they go, and it should be a question of who joins Usain Bolt in this semi-final. There he is, just out for a Sunday morning jog in lane 6. Let's keep an eye on lane 4 from Delano Williams, having to work very, very hard. Also going with is Kobayashi. And, well, Williams coming through there to take 2nd place behind Usain Bolt. Gordon gets in 3rd from Trinidad and Tobago. So a real Caribbean feel to that heat, with Bolt from Jamaica coming home in 20.66. Delano Williams from Great Britain, but formerly of the Turks and Caicos, in 2nd. And Lalonde Gordon from Trinidad and Tobago coming home in 3rd place. And that was very comfortable and impressive, Martin, from Delano Williams.
Yes, he ran quite nicely there, didn't he? And you can see him, he's having to work rather hard around the bend though, and he comes down the straight as Williams, and it was a good run from him, but he's looking across and he's grinning from ear to ear and trying to play the Bolt game. But I think that what sprinters have to realise is that when Usain Bolt is doing exactly the same thing from further down the track, the joke is rather on them, isn't it? Look at this, Bolt. Williams is finding it all rather funny, but I'm not so sure he'll be smiling so much when Bolt gets out of 2nd gear.
Whether it's just smiles or there was a conversation, sometimes there's a conversation and you can see them exchanging words. It would just be fascinating to know what they actually say in the middle of a race, in a World Championships. Fancy a coffee later, Usain?
No, I don't.
Double macchiato?
Well, I said, I think Bolt can afford to have the conversation. I think one or two others certainly can. Here's Jalacha going in this B group.